Hello and welcome to the Semi-Perfect Podcast. It is Thursday, of all days, June 11th, 2020. And, man, just everything's awesome. There's a whole bunch of quietness and nothing happening in this world. So, no, I'm just kidding. It's crazy. There's a bunch going on right now. But we welcome you into the Semi-Perfect Podcast. Looking to have some fun here over the next about 2 hours. In reality, a lot going on with human rights movements and, of course, the continuing pandemic. 2020, definitely, we got our money's worth on this one, guys. So we welcome you in here. Get some introductions. First off, I'll say hello to Toodles.
Hello.
So are you all good now?
Yes.
All right, sweet. Hirosashii's in the house. And he's muted.
Of course.
First one I go to, he's muted. PanamaMatt, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
Good. Paleo?
Hi.
Hi. Hi, Laura.
Hello.
Do you have Saberspark with you?
I do.
Nice.
Hello.
Hi, Saber.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Doing good. And then, as we mentioned, Hirosashii's here, but currently muted. Probably caught him off guard that we actually got going now. But yeah, gonna welcome everybody in. First thing we always like to do on this podcast to kick things off is a number of us on this podcast really love food, especially me. I love food. So we're gonna do what we like to call food posts, where people send us what they're snacking on or eating or having dinner or what have you. So Sarah, can we check out the food posts?
Yes. Okay. Yes. If you want to send one in, it's you would send it to our Twitter, SemiPerfectPod, with the hashtag SPPFoods.
Yeah. So hashtag SPP Foods. We're gonna go and pull those up here on Twitter in a moment. Oh man, Missy just showed up. Missy with the super chat to kick things off.
Missy says, "Well, just here to say hi, guys. Got to go pick the wife up. Stay safe."
Oh, Missy, as always, your generosity is incredible. Thank you so much. Yeah, we have super chats for those that are new to the podcast. Missy always taking full advantage of that. Thank you so much, Missy. So our food post, Sarah's pulling them up here so we can take a good little look.
Got the Twitter screen running. Let's scroll down a little bit. I think we've got a few. What?
Oh, I was just...
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There you are.
Oops. August. Wait.
You put food.
food.
You need an S. There you There you are.
Alrighty. Here we go.
You just found, like, all the missing Semi-Perfect Podcast food posts. They're like, oh my gosh, 2018. All right. Nathaniel says, having a nice roast beef, flatbread cheese melt with some waffle fries. Dang. Nice.
Sounds lovely.
Also, side note, I wanted to show you guys what I had on my graduation last Saturday, which was nice ribeye steak with some waffle fries and asparagus. It was delicious. Congratulations on the graduation.
Yeah, congrats.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I can't wait to celebrate, too.
Yeah.
It was look real good. Real good.
Oh my gosh.
All right. We got Void and Void. Accidentally missed the last two podcasts because time has no meaning anymore. Here's my classic staple, unsweet tea and pasta.
So Missy just said, you're lucky you had it disabled on the Ready Player Dumb live stream, referring to the super chats. Yeah. We're working. We don't have monetization yet on that channel, so we'll eventually have that available to our viewers as well. But Missy, of course, thank you. Void, that looks exciting.
Yeah.
Pasta. There's a good amount of cheese on that pasta.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I approve.
Yeah.
We got Taylor says, evening Semi-Perfect Podcast crew, having some California Pizza Kitchen Sicilian style tonight, and also showing off my new look for whenever con season starts up again. Nice. Taylor.
Yummy.
That's a lot of Starlight.
Yes.
It's even a mask. Wow.
Even a Starlight. That is a lot of Starlight.
Yeah.
Always caps it off with,
Starlight Glimmer.
got to cap it off with a NASCAR hat. Starlight is a major NASCAR fan.
I can see it.
Hell yeah. And then we got Nikki D.
Nikki D, haven't tuned into the Sir My Perfect Pod in a while.
Sir my.
Sure, my
Sir
perfect
my.
pod in a while. Y'all miss me? Some munchies and smash for my SPP foods post. I was about to say munchies and crunchies.
Good lord.
Munchies and crunchies.
Someone get our producer a cider.
We just got a sticker. It looks like that was sent to us through, I think, the super chats. Fictional tome. Thank you.
Wow,
thank you
thank
very
you.
much.
That's cool. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, that's same. Look at that. Now, that's how I ride my computer chair.
Yeah.
When I have to.
drifting.
Yeah, whenever I have to like go get a drink or go to the bathroom, I never get up. I just ride my chair all the way to where I need to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nora Mermaid.
It says just nomming on some frozen za. While waiting, I don't know if I've ever seen
Za.
pizza.
I've seen it.
You've
quite a
seen
bit.
that?
Yeah.
Like abbreviated to za?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep, that is
Getting
the
some
thing.
zaz.
Wow, that's a first for me. While waiting for my apartment to cool down, it's too hot here. Love you and miss you guys. Hugs back to you, Nora, and that frozen za.
Nah.
And you've taught me that's a thing. I did not know.
It looks pretty good for being originally frozen.
Yes. It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno.
Oh, we got Britt. Hey, it's in my perfect pod. I swear I never get pics of our actual food. We had chicken strip and onion rings, which are very good, and I made key lime pie for dessert. Also have some bonus wedding pics, including the wedding masks our roommate made us. Yay!
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's check out these pictures because I gotta give just such a big shout out here. Britt and there they are,
Aww.
all dressed up and being cute. Oh my gosh, they even had a tuxedo face mask. That's fantastic. I love it. Just seriously making the most out of this time. Obviously, what an interesting predicament to be put into with the wedding during this time, but clearly made the most of it. And I even see that Britt says I made key lime pie for dessert. Excellent. That's just all this stuff. I know you already read that, but I just saw the key lime pie and it just hit me. It just hit me. Just again, congratulations.
Congrats.
We're getting some super chats flying in right now. Apple Sours says, "Love you guys. Hope you have a cool stream." Thank you, Apple Sours. And then Fictional Tome says, "Love you guys. Stay safe." And I guess Starlight didn't stop at kites. LOL. So thank you again. Man, we've had some very generous viewers here tonight. Thank you guys so much. What is this?
An ad for stress balls was just passed, and I was just laughing.
You can always squeeze.
Okay. We got Princess Deadpool's still at work, but right now I am feasting on hype. I'm gonna go broke this year. So yeah, there was a PS5 reveal today. We'll be talking a little bit about that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
We're gonna talk.
But yeah, there was a Spider-Man game.
Shush! No spoilers.
Fine.
And then we have Beach Boys fan Allison gonna cook some mozzarella sticks tonight. Always a smart decision.
Ooh.
Oh man, our viewers know how to eat. Yeah, I'm so happy about that.
Got Fritz Roll. Hey, hope you guys are doing well and staying safe from Discord's chaos, if you could call it. I'm currently home alone for 10 days and can't wait to go back to making content. Anyways, I know it's not much in the first photo, but I always bring up backups on my nightstand.
The top one?
Nice.
Blue stacks and 0 Gatorade. Ooh, and Hershey's Kisses.
All right.
Nice.
All right. Oh, and now Britt even jumps in here with the super chats.
Aww.
Says Andy has literally complained since the proposal that I haven't made him key lime pie, so now he has some and no reason to complain. It's good, Britt. When you make key lime pie that good, you can only blame yourself for people wanting more. Jack's played.
The previous two.
What's that?
The previous two super chats.
Oh, did we miss him?
Yeah, I got
There
him.
will be a reason to complain when it runs out.
The fictional and Apple.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got him.
Oh, okay.
10-4, and Jack's Blade just popped in here.
Jack's Blade, chickpeas and rice for the meal tonight, protein variation tonight.
Sweet. Sweet. It has been
And
a super
Britt.
chat kind of day.
Yeah?
I know I didn't mention it earlier, but I love the masks for the wedding.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Those were adorable.
they're amazing.
Double
So
check, make sure that we didn't miss it. Oh, we missed one.
we did miss one. Kabari Art Fellow.
Already ate dinner, but I'm having some Knott's Berry Farm cookies.
Those things are good. I used to get those during my classes when I was going to school at my. Oh man, why am I forgetting what community college? I was like, what are they? What was it called? Yeah.
All right.
Britt's already saying more key lime pie on the way. That's just good news. All right. Well, thank you all to your submissions here for this. And oh, it looks like we got one more.
One more. One
Sweet Ember Wing
Where?
Lininator.
There it is.
I'm waiting for my celebration sushi since I graduated an hour ago. Hope everything's going well, and love to everyone. Congratulations.
Congrats to all the grads out there.
All the grads, all the newlyweds.
Do we know what kind of graduation? Literally just because I'm nosy.
It says
High school.
It
High
says
school.
High school. Hey, nice.
High school graduation was probably my like I think that was, for some reason, that one felt bigger to me than even like college.
College, because college is like, all right, get out of here. High school, I feel like they care about you. College, they don't even know who you are. Like,
Well, law school's even better. It was basically, hey, you're done. Now go study for the bar.
It's almost like for high school, like you said, Hero. It's like they're like, we know who you are. Where college, it's like, hey, thanks for spending money at our facility.
College was much better because, like, I guess they had it by department, and like there were only like 25 graduating physics students like at a time. So it was like you knew everybody who was going up, so that was nice.
Oh, yeah.
Like, in a small class.
Yeah, I remember for college, when they were like, all right, everybody pair up. And I'm like looking around, I'm like, I mean, I know these people, and I was friends with the problem was a lot of the friends I had weren't also in engineering or graduating the same time I was. So all of a sudden I'm like, I don't even remember who I walked with during my graduation. I don't, during college I don't. Yeah, I don't. Wow. That's insignificant. Anyways, I want to hear how everybody's doing. Let's, Matt, we got you here joining us today.
Yeah.
How have you been?
I am here. I'm alive. I'm well. The courts are in theory opening again, which is just bringing another level of chaos and confusion to everything. But it's keeping me busy, so hard to complain.
Well, at least busy and whatnot. It's been a little bit since we've been here on the Semi Perfect podcast, but how's
Yeah, it is.
I know that kind of the continuing story is for you is kind of your back and how it's been coming. How's that going right now?
I mean, it's still going.
Yeah.
It's still unpleasant, but you make do with what you have, and you work toward what you can do.
Are you doing any like physical therapy or anything, or is it not that kind of injury?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's definitely that kind of injury. I've
Yeah.
been doing all that stuff for months now. There's been improvement, but the other day I took a right-hand turn in my car and felt a stabbing pain in my back, and then later that night I shifted in my computer chair and went to go grab an ice pack and lie down for 20 minutes.
Oh, God.
Uplifting things.
Which is
No,
what you shouldn't be doing. You shouldn't be uplifting things.
Right, shouldn't be lifting anything up. Is what I should be doing. Thankfully,
Waka
thankfully I'm not, because I kind of can't. Anyway, no. I feel bad bringing down the mood of the podcast
Oh,
with that.
no.
But,
I
you know,
asked
it is what it is.
specifically. I wanted to know how you were doing.
I'm not dead yet.
Well, good, and we certainly hope to see you soon, since I know for us
Fair
we're
enough.
kind of local. Hirosashii, what are you up to?
I've been watching Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just-
they play that at the physical therapy office I go to.
Oh, really? I don't want to start any wars, but I do enjoy it more than The Office. I
Yeah,
like The Office,
thank you.
but
Oh my
I
God.
think Parks and Rec is better.
I've enjoyed what
Um,
I've seen of it.
I 100%
Yeah.
agree with you.
Mm,
I disagree.
you disagree?
Yep.
We could talk about it at some point, I guess.
No, I think it is law.
Roman fist?
I think Parks and
but
Rec is a bit too normie.
Ooh.
too normie for you?
Are
Yeah,
you
I
kidding
don't
me?
know.
The Office is the most normie show that exists.
Yeah, like
It's like that and Friends.
Oh, and
Yeah,
Friends is definitely much more normie.
I don't know.
But
about
yeah, I'm
One
having a good time.
that, like,
I'm surprised that
Parks
Donna and Jerry.
are too bad. It feels like it's very much so a show that's written. Like, okay, they're gonna whatever. I'm talking.
Every
You're also
show's
very
written.
quiet, I think.
Oh, let me turn up the thing.
But I'm surprised that Donna and Jerry aren't in the opening. I'm like on season 5. I'm like, do they ever get put in the opening? They talk quite a bit. They're
Those
not
are
really
shows
that
based-
side characters.
That's what.
They're racist against a white man. Yeah. A wealthy white man. But yeah, good show. I'm having a good time. I feel like I'm blasting through it, but everyone else is finishing like their 10-season long shows, and like half the time it's taking me to finish parts. How do people binge stuff so fast? Don't you get tired? Like, oh my god.
At some point, their eyes just glaze over. They take it all in, subliminally, and then they wake up in a stupor a little bit later, feeling like they've watched the thing.
I was gonna say Jax's friend Katie, but last time I did that, I got in trouble. Okay, so my friend Katie, only mine, she's watching she watched Futurama, which I believe is also 7 seasons like Parks and Rec. She started after I started Parks and Rec and finished before. I'm like, Katie! Oh my god. That's what I've been
There are also
up to.
people who watch One Piece.
I've been binge watching, at least for me, binge watching Parks and Rec.
I think for me, I don't binge a lot, but I think when I do, sometimes there's an added, I don't know, like goal orient to it all, where I'm like, yeah, I wanna reach this. I want to see this. I have to get through. Okay, I'm through this episode. Now I'm halfway through the series. Now I'm 3/4 of the way.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's where maybe some people get that, like, all right, we're almost there.
Gotcha.
But I do feel like, because I will say that there are some shows that I've watched for a while now that I do watch mostly like when they come out. But I've found that some of those shows now I actually prefer to wait until the whole season's on or is available to just sit down and watch it all. So yeah, maybe I'm turning into more of a binger in that sense.
Yeah.
I just finished watching a mini documentary in Amazon. James May, Our Man in Japan. If any of you have seen Top Gear, it takes James May and just basically sends him through kind of a lost in translation approach to Japan.
That sounds fun.
It
Yeah.
was. I enjoyed it. If you like James May, you'll enjoy it.
It's just Final Draft trying to teach people English.
Is he back from Japan yet?
I think
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's back in Minnesota.
so. Well, good
That's
work, Final
unfortunate.
Draft.
I mean, he's close to
As soon as
all
he
of
comes
us.
back,
so
it's all his fault.
Yeah.
geez.
Things were just fine when he was in Japan. Big quotations. So how about
Just fine.
Laura, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Well, Steven's here, so that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Great.
I don't know how I've talked too much about this on the podcast, but my upstairs neighbors, my new apartment, are terrible.
Uh-oh.
So they just like they stomp around all the time. They move furniture like almost daily, which is like so bizarre. And like they have hardwood floors because all the apartments in my building have hardwood floors. So fortunately, I've been in contact with the leasing office and like have been making noise complaints, and they told me that they were gonna let me move into a different apartment that's honestly in a better spot and on a top floor when someone else moves out of it, which is next month. So I'll be able to scoot over and no longer have those issues, which is a good thing.
So are you fully unpacked yet, or are you going to do that thing where you just live for a month out of boxes?
Well, I had been living here since March, so everything was unpacked already.
Okay.
So now I'm recollecting boxes and repacking everything.
Mm-hmm.
To move just a little bit.
Can I just applaud?
Literally across a courtyard.
Oh, okay.
Laura, I'm impressed actually, because I'll tell you, when Sarah and I moved into our apartment, and I take a lot of credit for this, if we had moved in March, we would have been nowhere near unpacked at this point of the year.
Yeah, I had everything unpacked and everything, got rid of all the boxes, and then like a month later, I was like, yeah, I can't do this anymore. Like, I need to be able to sleep, and I need like not to stress my pets out. So
yeah.
Well, it's nice that they gave you that option to move.
Yes.
So,
Wait,
that's good.
Pets? Did you get a new one?
No, I have a chinchilla and a cat.
You're right, Yume. Right.
What's a
right,
chinchilla?
right.
Okay, this is gonna be stupid question time. Remind me what a chinchilla looks like. Sarah's looking at me like I'm an idiot.
Yeah, do
Really
a search.
fluffy hedgehog.
Do a Google search and pull it up.
Chinchilla.
It has very dense fur.
Yeah, they're super fluffy. And
Whoa,
adorable.
you can have that as a pet? That looks like that looks like something from like Australia.
They're from like South America and like the cool dry mountains.
Native to the Andes.
Yeah.
What?
And
You just
She-
had that information.
It's like a rabbit crossed
Yeah.
with a mouse.
yeah, she's gonna be 7 this year.
Oh.
Birthday's coming up.
All right. Wow.
You want to know why I'm impressed by that? It's because I tried doing trivia last night, and I'm like, man, how does anyone know any of this?
Oh, I have a remarkable amount of completely useless crap in my head.
I think that for me, the reason that the chinchilla thing threw me off was purely because I've never seen anyone with a pet chinchilla, at least in California. I don't. Yeah, like I've
Well, it would
never.
probably be harder in California. They have to be like they can't be over 75 degrees for them for like an extended amount of time. So you have to like pump in your AC constantly. And it can't be humid, which I guess depending on where you are in California may or may not be an issue.
So what, you just store them in the fridge?
Dry here.
No. So it's like it's usually like it's always below 75, but it's usually around like 71 in my apartment, and I have like fans and make sure the humidity stays pretty low. So yeah. And she
Wait
has
a
like a
minute.
little stone slab to sit on that like helps her like cool off a little bit.
Where in South America are they? It must be towards the bottom tip then, right? If it can't be over 75.
Yeah.
In the Andes.
That's right. He did say that. Okay.
Cool and dry climates.
Andy's toy.
See, this is why I'm bad at trivia. He just said it, and I already didn't know it.
What about
It's seeing it happen in lifetime.
what about
Yeah, we
Sabers?
had one when I was in like the 7th grade. It was our class pet, and like I freaking loved it. And then when I was an adult, I was like, man, I've always wanted to have a chinchilla since the 7th grade, and now I'm a grown ass adult, and I should just get one. So I
And then
did.
you got one.
Becoming an adult doesn't mean growing up. It just means having disposable income to
Yeah, it
embrace
just means
your
I can
passions.
finally get the fluffy pets that I want.
Exactly.
Life goals. So Saberspark, what's new with you? Obviously, you're up with Laura.
Yeah. Visiting Laura. Is there anything else?
VeggieTales.
I don't know.
Time
Yeah,
moves so
VeggieTales.
slowly.
Sorry, there's an echo in my earbud, so I have to be careful because I'll speech jam myself. I can't hear you guys. I'm just gonna talk though. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn mine off then.
Riveting. This is riveting.
Saber's
Right,
doing
bye,
great.
Saber. So,
Yeah, I finished reading a book today about VeggieTales and just how that studio, I mean, how the guy who ran the studio just messed it up, and admittedly so to him. It's really sad, actually. Like, you can tell it broke his heart. The last chapter had him going to like Disneyland, where he went to Walt's statue because he wanted to be the Christian Walt Disney, whatever that means. And he like went to the statue, he sat down next to it, and when he was sitting next to it, he saw some folks walking up, and he thought they were going to ask him to take a picture with them because I guess it happened to him. But they were asking to take a picture, like he was taking a picture of us with Walt, and he got up and the time he got up to take a picture, someone else took the seat, and that was just his way of saying, "Okay, time to move on," and then he like left the park. And I guess that was him accepting that his dreams did not succeed, which he thinks was God's way of saying that your dreams weren't. Your dreams overshadowed God, therefore that's why God let you fail. And I'm like, that's an interesting take. I'm like, do you, whatever makes you feel fulfilled in life, I guess. But yeah, I guess the things that ruined it was they bit off way too much. Oh god, I can't talk tonight. They bit off way more than they can chew, because they got smacked with a lawsuit, and while they're going through bankruptcy, while trying to make a movie. It was like, okay, I'm like, y'all are dead.
Dang. I that picture story completely reminds, and I think most of us have been there at some point, like at least at conventions, where like if I'll be walking with Saber and somebody goes, "Hey, can I get a picture?" and they're saying it to me, and I'm like, "Oh yeah," and I go to like put my arm kind of like around them or whatever, and then I realize they're handing me the camera to take a picture of them with Saber.
Great.
Oh yeah.
He didn't hear you because he said it for a second, so he lost the earbud. But like, I'll regale it to him later.
Yeah, you could relay that to him. I think he'll. So Paleo, what's new with you?
Just working on stuff and watching some things. I'm working on a video for HBO Max that I'll put out tomorrow, for some first impressions and like about that, because there's a lot of weird things going on with HBO Max at the moment. Because the service just started last month, but they're already removing movies. It's really weird.
Really?
So is HBO Max a streaming service?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They have a lot of the Warner Brothers stuff on there. They have a few offerings from Crunchyroll, a lot of Looney Tunes stuff. Also today, they just released a teaser for the BMO Adventure Time special that's going to come out on there next, not next Thursday, but the Thursday after next. So in 2 weeks, the Adventure Time special is going to come out, and they released the first 4 minutes of it, which I watched this morning, and it looks really cute, and I'm excited for it. Other than that, I've also been watching a lot of Disney shows for the next Toon Clash that we're gonna do, because I didn't really watch too many Disney cartoons growing up. I watched mainly like the movies and stuff, but not really the cartoons, because anytime I switched to the Disney Channel, it was always a live action show. So I'm like, Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network. I never really switched to Disney Channel that much.
Right, yeah.
We had Toon Disney, but man.
Yeah, but I've been watching a lot of Kim Possible, Phineas and Ferb, the original DuckTales.
Classic.
It's funny because like the original DuckTales is still really good, but the what is it? The Junior Woodchuck Guidebook is like a Deus Ex Machina. Like to get out of any situation.
Well, someone was busy writing that one. Well, cool. Looking forward to the Toon Clash stuff.
Yeah, it'll be fun. The poll actually I'm gonna close it up tomorrow, and I don't know how you feel about this race, but I don't think Rescue Rangers is gonna make it in the top 16.
Oh no!
All right, everybody that's watching the podcast right now, go to Paleo's Twitter, find this poll, and I want you all to outweigh it and ruin the legitimacy of this poll by getting Rescue Rangers.
With how many people are in here right now, I don't think it would even be enough.
Ouch.
All right, make multiple accounts and
Yeah, don't let that slow you down, people. Let Paleo know what you really think. Send it to your friends. Send it to your family. Send it to your family's friends.
I'll post the. Yeah, there's the poll.
There you go. There's the link. So I will say this. I'm not too surprised, and the only reason I say that is because I wasn't sure how many like you got a lot of shows listed here.
Yeah, because what I did for Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network, I did like everything that was like pretty much an original show for Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon. For Disney, it was different because it had Disney's had their shows from Walt Disney Animation or TV animation since the 80s.
And when did Disney do Doug? I remember that from Nickelodeon, but
yeah, it started on Nickelodeon, but then Disney got the rights to it. Because I got stuff from like Disney Afternoon, One Saturday Morning, stuff from Disney Channel and Disney XD, so I had a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah, when I went through, I ended up selecting more shows than I realized I would. Sarah just put in a vote, so she has supported the cause. Jaxblade just sent us a super chat, by the way. He says, Kim Possible, the GOAT. I've been rewatching it too, and it cracks me up how much it holds up. And then Jax also said I should bribe you with $20, which he conveniently just super chatted our way. So, what do you say, Paleo? $20? Maybe you can.
Let me see where its standing is on the because let's see.
With
16,
my one vote.
17, 18, 19. Right now, Rescue Rangers is 19th in 19th place, so it needs to go up 3 more, but it needs a lot of votes to get there.
Yeah.
How many votes are we talking?
I'm saying at least
because it just got one from me.
It's gonna need at least like 90 to get.
Wow.
Who are we chasing
Like
so we don't
91
accidentally
votes.
vote for that show? Oh wait, I guess that's part of it. So
Right
what
now,
you're
number 16 is Kick Batowski, Suburban
Wow.
Daredevil.
Okay.
What? Okay.
And
4chan
the
must
Owl
have gotten
House-
to this.
the Owl House and Milo Murphy's Law are above Chippendale right now.
Okay.
No, that's not okay. Don't nod and say okay. That's what the hell? What the hell?
But-
So here's Paleo.
There's a lot of Zoomers that really like Kick Batowski.
How about this? Maybe I can make a compromise and give you more work. I mean, more content for your channel. Is why don't we have the top 15 get locked in, and then the 16th place slot is fought between 16th and 32nd, and then there's a bracket that narrows down, and one of those shows gets to make it in. Be main event.
No, I gotta make it the top 16 that people voted because that's the way
Son
the
of a
others were.
Bitch!
Paleo, Jackson's sending another super chat.
Yeah.
Realizing that we can bribe, how much does he have to bribe for weekend?
I didn't say you could bribe.
Yeah, no, you did. So,
no, he wants to know
No,
how
I
much
didn't.
for
This is
weekenders.
audience voted.
how much for weekenders, Paleo? How much will
Unlike
it cost?
the national
Weekenders
elections,
is like way down.
by the people.
Wait. No, this is just like that. That's how they should do elections. Is they should have a bracket. Well, I guess they do, huh?
They could do a better bracket, if we're honest, but
They could do such a
I mean,
better
Sarah,
bracket.
you'll be glad that Wander Over Yonder's in here. It's definitely
Yeah.
getting in.
Yay.
When was that show made?
2013.
Yeah.
2013? Damn.
All these kids that are voting on your poll weren't even around for Rescue Rangers. They're like, what the heck's Chippendale Rescue Rangers?
You boomer.
Yeah,
Here,
the
Chippendale.
only two like The only Disney Afternoon stuff that's on here, or like classic Disney Afternoon stuff, are 1987 DuckTales and Darkwing Duck that are in the top 16 at the moment.
No,
Wow.
see both those are people remembering wrong because they didn't vote for Chippendale Rescue Rangers, and they think
where's Tailspin in the mix?
It's
Cowboy Dave
down
wants to know.
here. Let's see, Tailspin.
Yeah.
It's pretty far down here.
For those that remember it, they love it. For those that forgot it, well, they won't remember it.
Well, that sounded.
It's one of the most
Outstanding.
obvious statements I've ever made. But,
For those that forgot it, they won't remember it. Okay, I'll show you how to make me like
Hey, I have a
these.
question.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
What's
I'm
up?
asking. Which of the theme songs from Disney Channel cartoons do y'all think is like the best? Because Chip and Dale had a pretty good intro song.
Thank you.
Tailspin is number 34 at the moment.
I think Tailspin had a really good intro.
It was very different.
It was. Honestly, if we're talking about catchy intros, you cannot sing a part of the DuckTales theme without wanting to finish it.
Right. You're right. Well,
Yeah.
they were able to improve on that actually.
Maybe that's what we need. We need to also have a tune clash for theme songs. We just got a super chat from Jaxblade saying, Paleo, it's an abomination that Kick Buttowski is in there. We need Rescue Rangers and Weekenders. Tell them Race and Sarah. We will, Jax.
In fact, they did.
And we'll tell them
Also,
again.
Brit,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Don't worry, whatever is against Kick Buttowski, you can just shit on it as much as you want.
What is Buttowski?
What is that actually?
That's the problem with this poll, is if we're all asking this, there's a problem.
I am Paleo.
No, it just
demographics
means
are a
we're
bit different
all
from us.
older than this
Yeah,
show,
yeah.
I think that's what
Britt
it means.
says, wait, are we bribing Paleo? I'll give you $5 and a social distance high five. I don't really have anything to bribe for, though.
You do have something to bribe for. Ray just told you what to bribe for.
Yeah.
Zootopia.
Nope,
Well,
not that
no.
one.
This is
There's
for
a category
TV
at the bottom that
shows.
says other.
But TV shows.
This is TV shows, not.
Oh, I know.
movies.
I'm just
He's just saying he
advocating
could.
for a writing
Gi-
campaign.
gives Utopia one vote. just to have it in there, even though it's not even eligible. Man.
My apologies, Paleo. I don't intend to mess up your results.
Oh, I do. This is horrendous. Rescue Rangers is 19th. You hurt me by telling me this Kick Buttowski thing is ahead of it.
Well,
Like
you asked for it. You asked what you
I
were
did,
chasing.
but
I
it hurt.
posted what the current top 16 standing was in the Toon Clash server. So
And I mean, as I recall, it got a fair bit of advertising from Disney back when it was running.
I'm looking this show up. I'm so baffled. But how did they, like, if you didn't even, it should have been, you should have had people enter it in, because no one would have known how to spell this, and it would have spread out its votes.
I mean, just like it sounds, kick, butt,
Wait,
ow, sky.
what was the topic that we were on? Have we
Yeah, we
gotten
were-
on the
we
topic
were
yet?
doing
No,
weekly.
no.
oh no, it was just like what I've been up to.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my
but
god.
This is
Yeah.
no, this is
52
big.
minutes in and we're still doing intros.
So did one of you say that boomers like this show?
Zoomers.
No, I said Zoomers.
Oh, I was like, what the hell are boomers doing? I mean, I say that a lot,
yeah,
but like,
I said Zoomers, the generation after us.
oh, children. I guess I mean, I haven't seen the show.
Are they like 22 at this point? Like
but
some of the
they're
oldest ones?
babies. They're little
Okay.
wimpy babies. Damn it. All right, Sarah,
Yeah.
how have your last few weeks been?
Well, another day, another brush fire in sunny California.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Just a few days ago, there was a fire that started near my work. And then today, as I was leaving work, like another brush fire started like even closer. And I'm just like, great.
Finally, some normalcy is returning to the world.
So, you've been back to work.
Yeah, I have. I've been back to work.
How's that all in this day and age?
Like, it's been fine. It's been just a little bit slow, but we kind of expected to pick up soon.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause like as of right now, I feel like RVing and camping are the most trusted methods of staying at a place or traveling in general.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, we've been doing fine business-wise.
Yeah, I myself, the last few weeks, have been working remotely, putting in full time, which is weird because like I'm still on unemployment, but I'm basically telling unemployment, hey, don't send me any money this week.
Yeah.
Just because we're not officially back, so I don't know how long this is gonna be the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I've been working. Obviously, we're still hammering through with Ready Player Dumb. We just started, for those that don't know, Ready Player Dumb is our gaming channel Sarah and I started, and we just started releasing some long episodes of The Last of Us in preparation for the sequel to that game coming out. So that's all been going on. Besides that...
I'm quite enjoying your battle over the controller too.
Yeah.
We're behaving. We're being nice.
We've had a compromise with The Last of Us.
Yeah. Yeah. There have been times where Sarah will yank the controller out of my hands in other games, and you'll see that coming up. But yeah, other than that, the racing scene is starting to pick up again. So we're getting back to that. More short tracks are running with the compromise of running without fans, which means us as a streaming service that we do on low budget TV. That right now is a high commodity. So just continuing with all that stuff. But yeah, just moving along.
I have heard of a race that's supposed to happen in July here.
There's a race in July. There's actually a race this week.
Are either of those going to have fans in the stands, or?
As of right now, neither will.
Interesting.
Yep. So yeah, we'll see what ends up happening with all that. But yeah, so we're we're getting back going. It is fun. Someone said Beach Boys
watching
fan
cars
says
turn left.
watching cars turn left. Fun. It is fun.
I mean,
Okay.
it is good fun, and it's even more fun when they suddenly and unexpectedly turn right.
They do that from
Or
time
get
to time.
turned right.
So yeah, Sarah, do we have a couple topics of
Yeah.
stuff that's coming up here?
Sure.
What are we gonna start with?
Oh, well, the one that's listed after weekly
Thank you so much. I'll say it. Pony Life is almost here.
Yeah.
I guess we're a week away, and then you put maybe with a question mark.
No, like I've so some people say it's June 13th that it's coming out, and then like the YouTube banner that they put up on their YouTube channel is the 18th. I feel like I haven't had a strong confirmation of what date it's coming out, but it's coming out
hasn't
soon.
been clear.
Yeah. So maybe it's coming out the 13th, maybe it's coming out the 18th, who knows? But speaking of Pony Life, the art that we have today is by Drawing Destiny 1 on Twitter. Thank you so much, Drawing Destiny. This art looks so great, and I love it.
Oh, it's
even has-
amazing.
Like, she even made a logo, like, with our Semi-Perfect Podcast thing, look like the Pony Life logo.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
Oh, she made that too. Nice.
Oh, that's what the ow.
Yeah, that wasn't on the original one that I saw.
Oh.
it was something that she added a bit later. So I was getting that file.
By the way, I have to ask, why is it that this file exists without our pupils in it?
She gave me, well, it was an earlier version that she was
Demons.
just showing progress, and I had pulled it in there just so I could just see how it looked in the program. I don't know, I pulled it in there, and then I
gotcha.
forgot. Yeah.
We're all just going alicorn. Don't worry about it.
Well, that's gonna be interesting for me.
So I wonder if our
Rapid wings.
viewers, if they would be like, you guys should do a Bronies React to Pony Life. Probably not. They probably don't want a Bronies React to Pony Life, huh?
Have you even put the bonus to the Bronies React?
Don't ask me questions I can't answer. Jeez, Sarah. Going for the throat.
Oh, but like, ooh.
I mean, I'm gonna be cautiously optimistic about it.
No, yeah, we'll definitely see.
I like the art style actually.
I guess we'll figure out when the heck we'll see, because we
Yeah.
don't yet know. That's pretty bad if it's within this week that we don't know when it's coming out. That's pretty fun. Now, where is this going? Like, where is this being uploaded?
Is it airing on TV?
It's supposed to be airing on Discovery Family.
Okay.
I feel like I
And
said
then it also
uploaded.
yeah. And then it also has a YouTube channel, so I'm sure it'll also maybe go on there at a later date. But yeah, I guess it's airing on TV.
Yeah. It might be like an early preview on YouTube or something for a couple episodes, and then they'll start airing it on TV or something like that.
So I'm just curious in general, anybody here in the podcast, are you guys excited for it, nervous about it? Like, where are you at with it?
I'll give it a look.
I'm just going to watch it. That's my
Yeah.
how I feel.
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
You know, I'm gonna try and put Gen 4 out of mind as I give it a look. I know a lot of the characters are there, the voice actresses are the same, but you know, we'll let it do its own thing and see what it shows.
I'm going the same I guess approach to this that Jax has mentioned. How it's like Gen 4, I'm like satisfied with. It had a good conclusion. I got as many episodes as I wanted out of it. So, I mean, this is just bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was literally gonna name drop Jax Blade in that tweet that he made and be like, just go at it like that. We got all the good stuff. We've had our book end literally. So I mean,
Well played.
Yeah, baby. So yeah, I mean we're set.
Are you excited to see Fat Rainbow Dash?
Is she fat in this?
I think there's like a screenshot where
There's that one teaser.
He was just snacking.
Oh my gosh, my fetish.
No, oh my god.
There it is.
Cadet Richard in the chat asks, have you guys seen the claymation type videos? I've watched like 2 of them maybe, and apparently there's like 20 of them now.
I think I've seen
there's a lot of those stop motion things.
Oh my god.
Yeah, racist that.
She looks like little Gideon from
Yes.
from
God,
Gravity
she does.
Falls. Hey there, Applejack. I like how small the picture is.
Yeah, it has.
Okay, so
Yes.
all things considered, do we realize how large that remote control is? That is a massive remote control.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
take yourself back in time, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen remote controls that can be, brought to a baseball field.
Mm-hmm.
And cricket bat out there.
Kari's asking if I can unsay my thing earlier.
No.
What? Which one? Oh, okay, yes. Yes, undo
yeah.
it.
Okay, I'll hit the undo button. I have hit the undo button. I just don't want anyone to be like, oh, I heard this is what you like, so we drew Judy like this.
No.
And I'd be like, no. Please. No.
I'm glad you clarified that.
This gonna be good. All right. So anyone else? Any other thoughts on Pony Life coming up from anybody?
It's coming up.
See it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know too much about what to expect, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in blindly.
Okay.
Same way I did to season 1, episode 1.
We'll
What
see
the
how
hell
it
is
goes.
this?
Yeah. Yep. It'll be. I'm just as excited to see it as I am to see the fandom reaction
I'm
to
excited
it.
to react to it.
What's that, Paleo?
I said I'm excited to react to it.
Me too. Me too. We're gonna have a dandy old time reacting. So a bit of a right turn here. Gonna tangent away to a completely different topic. PlayStation 5 has been revealed. So I'm guessing at least Paleo watched the reveal. Am I correct on that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I watched it with Jax, Tommy Oliver, and Viva. We watched it earlier today for the reveal, and seeing all the games they showed. And Hero, did you watch the entire thing?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay. Yeah, there's they showed a lot of stuff, a lot of games, a lot more than I was expecting, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
like they showed the new Spider-Man, which is going to star Miles Morales, and it looks really good.
Yeah.
And then they showed a new Ratchet and Clank, which
So like
I'm
completely
excited
new,
about.
like new story.
Yeah, completely new Ratchet and Clank.
Ooh.
I've never played Ratchet and Clank before.
Me neither, but I'm interested.
Yeah, they're really fun games. But yeah, it's funny because there was a Lombax is the species that Ratchet is in the games,
Mhm.
and there was like a female Lombax they showed, and immediately as she showed up, like as soon as the stream was done, porn. Like,
Oh my god, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant on their broadcast. They're just like, we
Well, I
beat you
thought
all
you
to
meant
it.
Sony's like, why not?
That would be hilarious. Like, unironically hilarious. It's like, don't even, because we did it for you. Stop.
Damn. So what? What else from it, Paleo? What other stuff stuck out?
Horizon Zero Dawn 2, that was shown. They showed what was funny when we were watching, they were showing a game that had a sort of a horror aesthetic to it, and at the end it showed the title saying Village, but then it changed the Roman numerals 8. It was like, oh, it's Resident Evil 8. So that was real, and that was cool. There was a bunch of stylistic games that looked really neat. Here, what was that one called? Kena or Kenna?
Yep,
Or
Kena,
something?
and I
Yeah.
think it's Kena and the Blind. Kena and
Yeah.
Bridge of Spirits.
Yeah.
It's not even close
Apparently,
at
it's
all.
from the same people that made that fan-made Majora's Mask animation a few years back.
Right. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And
That's the game
there's
that
this.
looked interesting to me.
Yeah, there was this interesting 2D visual novel type game that they showed, which I wasn't expecting at all, called Goodbye Volcano High. It has these anthropomorphic dinosaurs.
Oh my
Were they all dinosaurs?
Most of them looked like dinosaurs.
Oh, okay, I wasn't paying
Yeah.
enough attention.
And I would assume that, like, since like it has like a meteor and Goodbye Volcano High, is like most of them are like prehistoric creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like fun.
But yeah,
It's
there
a
was a lot.
VN, so I'm a player.
Yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff shown there, and they showed the console itself, which is very curvy.
Yeah.
People have been like memeing it,
Yeah.
memeing on it a lot.
There's probably porn of it, is what you're telling me.
Oh yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, Rule 34, right?
Never change, humanity.
Yeah, so
No, please change a little bit.
A couple places you could probably change.
We're trying to do it right now, in fact.
just don't change this part. Oh man.
yeah, babe, this is what it looks like.
Oh, look at that.
I saw a picture of
Yeah, I've seen people use it as like the head of Cell from Dragon Ball, and also
seen
like the having like the Pope's hat.
I've seen it as Donald's beak.
I retweeted
Yeah.
one that like made it Doug Dimmadome's hat from
Dimmadome? Dimmadome?
Yeah.
Oh, they all are dinosaurs. You're right.
Have you guys seen that video of the guy who was just walking around as
Doug
Dimmadome, but he like walks into some like fast food restaurant, but he's got like a hat that's like 10 feet tall.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Do you know what I'm talking about? It's
No,
like made
sorry,
of
I
paper.
can't
I
recall
don't, but
something
now I
like that.
really, really want to see.
Oh, I don't even know.
Probably look up like Doug Dimmadome cosplay on YouTube or something like that.
I typed in Arthur's mom into Google and no.
Why, Hero? Why?
W.
I just wanted to remember what she looked like. I wanted to know where the bus stop was.
Arthur's mom? Let me look this up.
No.
So yeah, they showed the console design. There's apparently going to be 2 SKUs. So one has a disk drive and one does not have a disk drive.
Yeah.
Huh.
So one for just
We-
digital only.
Yeah. So they didn't reveal a price, and I saw somebody post this where it's like with Xbox, I'm not showing the price. PlayStation, me neither. just gonna have to sit here then. I guess so.
I posted the Doug
They're-
Dimmadome.
each of them are just waiting until the other one reveals a price.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, kind of playing their
Babies.
cards. I shared the Doug Dimmadome
Picture.
thing
Yeah, I
to
did.
you guys.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah. I was just laughing at this. So yeah, so it has been confirmed, right? And I think they confirmed this a few months ago that the PlayStation 5 will not have backwards compatibility.
It will with PS4 games, like the majority of PS4 games, yes. But as far as like PS1, 2, and 3, we don't know.
We don't know, we do
don't
know. Oh, so you're telling me there's a chance. Yeah.
Oh gosh, who says that again?
That would be Lloyd Christmas from Dumb and Dumber.
At the
Yeah.
very end.
Oh, that's not what I thought it was. They might have been making a reference to it in the thing I'm thinking of then.
The conversation goes,
So
how
you're
are my
telling me there's
chances?
a chance.
Not good. You mean like 1 out of 100? More like 1 out of a million.
A million.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
Lloyd Winter, the eternal optimist.
Did you just call him Lloyd Winter?
I thought that's what you called him. I couldn't remember his last name, so I
Lloyd
just went with what I heard.
Christmas.
Lloyd Christmas.
Lloyd Winter.
Oh, good night, everybody.
Oh,
Look, Grace, we're all idiots. It just depends on how and when. I
I
remember that chinchillas were from the Andes, but I couldn't remember Lloyd Christmas's last name.
I just appreciate it when you all bring yourself down
The
to my
adjacent-
level.
I just love the adjacentness of
Lloyd
Winter.
That's
I heard a thing. It got filed in the appropriate general area.
It goes back to what Matt said at the beginning of this podcast about storing all this useless information. Here I have like the entire movie of Dumb and Dumber in my head, ready to recite
well
if
you
anyone
should.
needs it. So yeah, so those were the couple of topics that we had.
Yeah.
I know one thing that we were looking into for next week, and I don't know how much of a possibility it is. But
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get the Disney Seen It trivia thing working. I don't know if I can,
Ooh.
but
see if we can play
yeah.
on an upcoming episode here.
Yeah.
We're all gonna lose to Sarah. Let's just face it.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
Nah, well, I think the thing with Disney Seen It is that it's built in a way that even, if you're not that good on the Disney trivia, you still have a chance of winning.
That's really sweet.
So
of
you're
you.
competitive,
Yeah.
and I
Well-
remember like we were hanging out at one time. Like I think it was in 2015.
Yeah.
And you, me, and Reyes played that trivia game, and I beat you. And I remember you getting like really stupid questions where it's like, what color was like Yzma's underwear?
Yeah,
or something,
we were
or-
playing like
or
the
what
old
was
school
Walt Disney's
one.
third daughter's middle name?
Yeah. Yeah, we were playing the old school
Didn't you
one,
get,
and
like-
that
like
one has
all-
really hard questions like that old people know.
What character in the
people.
Apple Dumpling Gang?
Yeah.
is like,
Johnny Appleseed, did he poop twice a day or 5 times a day? Or
trick question.
5 times a day, Jesus.
well, that's how he fertilized it.
Who doesn't poop
5 times a day is definitely like doctor worthy, please.
Doctor Worthy. Something's
Only
wrong.
doctors poop 5 times a day. So yeah, so
Do you know how many times I had to poop to get this doctorate?
Did you just indirectly infer that doctors are full of shit?
oh oh
This
wow.
guy.
That was good.
Well, so since we've kind of worked our way through a lot of the topics that we had, is there anything else anyone wants to bring up, topic wise, whatever?
Yes.
Yeah?
I do.
Lay it on us, hero.
Doctors are not full of shit. Please go to the doctor. Oh my god. I feel like we just gotta let that one.
Oh yes, no. Full explanation. No, doctors are not full of shit. I am.
Lawyers
making that
are.
joke. Yeah, I mean, Saber. We are doctors.
Doctors of lies.
Ooh.
Juris doctors. Yes, we are one of the few doctorate degrees you can get where you're not called doctor. You're called asshole.
Womp womp.
Matt, I called you that before you were a lawyer.
I know. It's like I was born for this job.
So what I'm kind of thinking we might do is just jump into Q&A, and then once the queues slow down, we'll just see everyone next week.
We'll get our A's out of here.
And if anybody, again, like I'm always down for random topics. I always know Saber's got some up his sleeve. If anyone ever wants to just go tangent, we can tangent today. So
let me know if y'all need it, and I'll get you one.
Ooh, he's gonna get us one. While he gets us one, we're gonna.
Wait, are we not doing questions this week?
Yeah, we are. We're gonna
just
jump
said
into
we're about to do.
Were you listening?
Shut up, Paleo.
Were you listening? So Sarah's gonna put the information for those that are new. SPP questions, hashtag SPP questions on Twitter. Or you can send them in through Super Chat. We will prioritize all of the Super Chat questions and typically give those some extra love and thought.
Yeah.
THOT. So, if you have any questions, you can send them there. That's the information there in the chat. Oh, that's right. You got that screen that you just put up. Wow. Look at you and all of your resources.
She's getting good at this.
Amazing.
You say that when we spent 10 minutes with
Yes,
me
sir.
in the start
Does-
with me fixing the screen.
I mean, 15 minutes, but who's counting?
Does anyone still play, shoot, what's it called?
What?
Team Fortress 2?
No, the other one.
Left 4 Dead?
Call of Duty?
No, you're getting closer.
Halo?
God damn,
Counter-Strike?
why can't I remember it? This is so bad.
Is it a shooty? What genre
Yeah, it
is
starts
it?
with O.
Overwatch.
Overwatch?
Yeah, Overwatch. Wow, I'm having a good night.
Completely like Call of Duty, yes.
Does anyone still play Overwatch?
I haven't played that game in no.
It's like,
I haven't.
I went to play it.
Actually, of all the games I've named, I've never played it.
Yeah, he went to play it the other day and waited a very long
It felt like
time.
no one was on. And I
Yeah,
was sad.
I think everybody's kind of gotten tired of it.
Well, why?
Because
Do they keep
Because
messing up
they
Mercy?
haven't changed that game really at all.
Because Blizzard sucks.
Well, here's the question then. How robust is the TF2 community these days?
Yeah, do people still play TF2? I'm afraid to get back into TF2. I'm gonna do it for fun, but I'm afraid to get back in there because I'm convinced at this point I'm gonna get in and have no idea how to play.
I feel like TF2 is very much hat based at this point. Like it was hat based when we play it, but I feel like the hats have
Gone to a next level.
yeah.
Well, as long as they're still cosmetic and not giving you any kind of skill boosts.
Yeah.
Lunar says Saber is the grandfather of tangents with a heart. Absolutely. All right.
Called you old.
Do we have some? And send us some crazy weird questions, whatever.
Lay it on us.
Do you want to start with that one?
Sure, why not?
It's not
What did
even
it
a
say?
question. It's just this. We're gonna pull this up. Dawson here says, I made this pony not so long ago. It's a Napa know-how pony. And for me, I immediately think of a NASCAR paint job. So I'm like, look at that. We got Ron Hornaday as a pony now. Fantastic. Of course, some people will be like, no, it's Chase Elliott. But I'm like, no. It's Ron Hornaday.
Yeah.
I know my Napa. Yeah.
You?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
That's all I know. You want to do that question? Too bad. We're going to do it.
Ray, since you know Napa, what's your favorite kind of wine?
I know.
What?
Juicy juice.
Napa Valley, California.
Grape.
Oh.
You know what?
I only know
Welch's.
the Napa know-how thing.
I'll get my code.
Is that the question you want to start with? You're hovering it.
No.
All right. Sarah has chosen the first question. The first question.
Oh.
Why do you refresh? Now I can't read it.
Oh. All right.
I can
Well,
read
if you want to do it.
All right, I'll do it. Santo Celine gave us a real good one. When was your first exposure to Rule 34?
What's Rule 34?
Let me explain.
Today.
Is it specifically Rule 34 or just porn?
Rule 34 is just like something that you wouldn't expect to have porn, but it does.
If it
Third
exists,
time during this
there's porn.
podcast, you've all mentioned porn.
I know, we're kind of down off our average, aren't we?
I'll explain on porn. I'll explain a porn. God, I don't know. I remember. I don't
The
remember.
rule is, if it exists, it has porn.
I just remember how. Okay, so this is how I'll just say this. So
if there's porn of God, that means God exists.
yeah,
The inverse, the inverse, Saber.
Got it.
If God exists, there is porn of God.
if there's porn, it does exist. So for me, I just remember when I first, I guess the first Rule 34 stuff I did see was probably of Disney characters, and I remember in my head I was like, oh my gosh, this is literally the mindset I had when I saw it. I'm like, of course, we only see what happens in the movie, but who's to say these characters don't have sexualities and want to get off? Yeah, I just remembered. I was like, this opened so much more than I ever thought about these worlds. So
Life does make sense.
it was I don't know why I was just so that is so cool to know about the stuff they do when they're not on camera. Anyone else?
I remember the first time I saw it, but I'm not sure I should repeat it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll do it anyway.
Okay.
So, back in high school, I was working over the summer with the school's tech department. Our high school required a community service thing as a condition of graduation. Just, everyone does. I forget how many hours it was. But I found that our school's tech department was looking for volunteers, so sure, why not? Let's learn computers over the summer and do some community service. So it quickly devolved into running cable and, wiping computers and then installing it all on the network and playing Counter-Strike, which was great. We had pretty much full access to everything in the school, and our school's tech guy, great at what he did for the time. And we had one of those smart schools that had the TVs and stuff in the classrooms. It was all, networked and all that. And we got a call from the office that a student worker at the office who had brought her daughter to school, daughter had gotten on the computer and found some things, some websites, some images. And they wanted to know where this was coming from. And they were pretty sure they knew, but they wanted proof. So, knowing when this kid's, and it was another student worker, sad to say, when his time came to log in and clock in, we just had his account up on the screen in the front of the classroom as we were working on computers. And I don't think he was logged in for more than 5 or 10 minutes. And, an administrator was there. The head of IT was there, and two or three of us students were there, working on the computers. When just some of the most weird and raunchy shit just started he didn't waste any time, hopped right on the internet.
So Matt, are you saying that when he would clock in, it's with his cock out?
Oh yeah, he clocked in with his cock in, sure enough. Yeah, that is exactly how he was being paid by the school district.
Clock in, cock out. Okay.
But what was the Rule 34 of?
You really don't. That I will not repeat.
Okay.
It started fairly benign, but got increasingly raunchy. I'll tell you offline if you want, but I do want this podcast to retain some standards.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Standard. Anyone else?
Oh no. No. He didn't work there. That lasted a couple of minutes as we all just kind of stood with our heads cocked to the side.
There's that word again.
Yes. Just pondering what exactly it was we were seeing, and we are really seeing this, yes. We then interdicted his computer, told him to wait there because he's been caught, and sure enough, he did, which is amusing.
Stupid.
Yeah, I don't know what happened beyond that, but all I know is he wasn't working there anymore.
Oh.
I didn't follow through beyond that because, well, I didn't really care. But
Anybody else?
please,
I saw
someone else.
Pokemon and I hated it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Pokemon, and I loved it.
Do you guys remember? I say remember because I'm guessing these are a thing of the past, but I just remember like around the first time I found something along the lines of Rule 34, and I'm like, oh wow, and it had one of those like click here to make the image bigger, and you're like, well, why wouldn't I? And then it like takes you to the next site, and all the images are there, and it says click here to make the image bigger, and it would always take you to another site. And I'm like, my God, this was like walking through like an old war zone of just because it was the worst quality.
It's a labyrinth.
The quality of the pictures were so bad.
And part of our job at the school was taking all the malware off computers. You could definitely tell who had been doing what based on what numbers it produced at the end.
Yeah.
I got a story for you.
Okay.
Fire away.
All right, so we just talking about porn at this point.
Yeah.
Sure,
Okay.
why not?
Well, when I was a young lad, I was on the internet downstairs in the basement on my family's computer. I think I was like, what, 11, maybe 12, 21, I don't know. But
Well, you're in the basement, so it could have been any of those.
I remember finding a picture. I'm just gonna be candid, so whatever. I found a picture of Goku fucking Chi-Chi. And I'm like, whoa, this is really hot. And I accidentally downloaded it. And I accidentally set it as the desktop back in the wallpaper. But I set it as the version where it shrinks it down and multiplies it across the screen. So it's like
tiled it, yeah.
Yeah, it's like tiles. And I was freaking out. And I'm not computer literate. I'm like, well, I'll have to destroy the monitor now. That will get rid of the problem.
After the picture lives.
And I was like, that's why the images are in the computer. So I was truly considering it because I was in panic mode. It was like 1 a.m. and I took scissors out. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to cut the cord and come up with a lie. I can't let them discover this. That was, I think, my first real panic attack of my entire life. Because they also had like a door where it's weird. Our door had like little window sills on it, like the basement door. But the office door to the hallway, you could see through. But there's this little plastic wrap on there that you keep on there before you start painting, because you peel it back after you paint, so you can see through it, but not really. And I'm like locking the door, and I'm like, I have to move fast. Like I might move before anybody comes down here and sees me like running around the office. But fortunately for me, I was able to reverse it. I don't know how. To this day, I don't know what I did. Probably something really simple that was obvious. But yeah, that terrified me.
Oh my God! Worst case scenario. Worst case scenario. Yikes. Yeah.
So I just got back from the bathroom, and I don't know what the prompt for this was.
We're talking about our favorite Bible verse.
Of course.
Santa Celine asked, when was your first exposure to R34?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes. Roger Rabbit, 34.
Oh God.
So has everyone answered that wants to answer that one?
I mean, depending on where you start, Rule 34, Jessica Rabbit in general.
True.
Yeah,
she
Sarah?
is a pinup.
What?
I said yeah.
Yeah?
What was yours?
All right. Well, should we move on to this? I think there was
Well, we got some super chats.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
We got some super chats that come in.
Yeah.
Good question. See, that's what we're saying. C.284 is asking, what is your favorite summertime treat to eat? Okay, that's pretty lewd, C. But we'll answer this.
Popsicles, obviously.
Watermelon.
Oh, watermelon and
Watermelon's
popsicles
pretty good.
on the board.
I literally never.
Your summertime treat.
Yeah.
I've
It's
never
not quite
gotten-
eating, but I love a mojito.
Ooh, yeah.
I've never gotten to have it in summer. In fact, I had it in November, and I've only had it once. But man, it would be delicious in summer. Is the Dole Whip from the Tiki place?
Yep.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Yeah.
lord! I
Yeah.
wanted it in summer so much.
Is that your answer, sir?
Yeah, I think probably Dole Whip. Also, like when it's hot at Disneyland, sometimes I'll go for a pickle.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you do that. I
Go for a
love.
pickle?
Yeah.
She likes her pickles.
I like-
Sweet or dill?
I think it's like the big dill pickles that they have at Disneyland.
Good. I hate sweet pickles.
It's funny because I'm thinking about it and I know what I want to say, but for some reason I feel like I have to disclaim it.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Go for it.
kind of going back to like the Disneyland stuff, they have some great ice cream, and I love getting that. But then I immediately am like, but that makes me so thirsty. So as long as you have a backup plan or something to drink, I'd say I'm an old-fashioned ice cream person. I love my ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Can I tell you all a quick tangent, please?
Yes, here we go.
I had a dream last night with Obama.
Okay.
How'd it go?
I had a dream that we were near a mansion on the beach, and he was having a big soiree, and the water at the beach was like coming in, and it was like flooding the town. And I remember panicking. I'm like, we got to get Obama out of here. And then Obama the entire time was super happy, except for me. Whenever he'd see me, he'd be like, "Oh, how's it going, Saber?" Like, he was like giving me the cold shoulder, and like the waves would crash against the mansion, and I got it out on time. And I'm like, that will make the president like me. And he was like, "Yeah, I guess thanks." And then he left, and I was like, really upset. I woke up upset. I'm like,
Thanks for harshing the party.
No. And then before. Never mind. No, he didn't say thank. I remember I saved him and I said like the meme to him, "Thanks, Obama." And then that's right. That's right. I said that, and he like got angry and left.
Oh.
After I saved his life, I was really upset after that. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you a story, and this actually kind of connects with the Rule 34 thing we were just talking about. For some reason, I had a dream. So, like I said, we've been working remotely, and for some reason, I had a dream that I accidentally, somehow, through working remotely, caused a bunch of porn to end up on my desktop at work from my home remotely. And I remember I was literally panicking in my sleep, doing everything I could to undo that, trying to figure out which icons on my desktop were like porn and whatnot. I'm like, oh my god, how could this happen? Because apparently I had no idea how working remotely actually works. and I was like, this is it. I'm screwed now. Needless to say, I woke up very happy that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And then you saw in your email box in the morning an email from your boss saying, "We need to talk."
We need to talk. Yes. Yeah, we're just gonna work on this project.
Yeah.
Nora
By the way,
Mermaid.
thanks for the uploads.
Oh, yeah, right. Nora Mermaid's got a super chat. Says, "For all of y'all, I'm going back to work on Monday. How should I, Nora Mermaid, annoy my coworkers? Love you guys, but two people even more."
Well, I mean, if they're wearing a mask, take your mask off. If they're not wearing a mask, wear your mask in. I'm sorry. We were putting that aside.
You should, for everyone that's wearing a mask, you should have a spray bottle with water and spray it. Spray their mask with water. So they can't breathe, and then they die.
What are
Bring
you
a-
fucking talking about?
Chloroform.
You know that's annoying, right?
That's annoying.
Bring a
I'm
bunch
dead.
of twist ties, and go find. Assuming your phone still have cords, twist tie the cord right at the base of the receiver and the base of the handset.
I'm so glad that this was Nora's question. How can I be
That way, when you
super annoying?
go to pick up the phone, they'll just yank the whole thing up.
You know what you could do, Nora? The most annoying thing in the
Take
world.
the receiver thing down.
Like, pretty much nothing would be more annoying than this. You should blast some Black Griffin music. Like, that would annoy the shit out of anybody.
Yeah.
Is Gabe still alive?
He
Hopefully.
kind of, yeah. No, he is. He's still out there somewhere in Arizona. But I did speak with him recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's alive.
For the most part, unless it was an
We have to
impersonator.
stop scheduling the podcast during family hold hand prayer time.
You're not joking. We have another super chat here from GD Nickel 92. And again, thanks to all of our super chat submitters. asking most entertaining thing or things you guys ever saw while going to a theme park.
Ooh.
I have a good one for this.
Yes, Matt.
Race and I were there at Disneyland one day. And I apologize for telling the story for anyone that wants to preserve the magic, but I believe you were wearing your Chippendale Rescue Rangers shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And Chip was in one spot of the Main Street area, Dale was in another, and I think we went up to Dale.
Yeah.
You
I
remember
forgot
the story
this
now,
part
right?
of the story, but I know exactly which one you're telling.
And he sees the shirt, and he's very like expressively trying to demonstrate, yes, he loves that. That's great, amazing. And then he's not quite giving us the come with me thing, but he starts gesturing and walking away, and we're like, what?
I thought he was leaving.
Yeah, it's like, are we done? What did you this way? No. And then he leans into us, kind of like grabs us both by the shoulders and pulls us in. Is like, come with me.
It was the deepest
In
voice.
in the least Dale voice you can imagine.
It was literally the deepest voice. Just, hey, come with me. And I was like, oh my god.
Okay, that was unique. But he walked us over to Chip, cut us in front of his entire line, and then proceeded to do a photo op with the both of them.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Because awesome and yay Disney magic, and he totally received a compliment at City Hall for taking the initiative.
Yeah.
But that was weird.
Yeah. I'll throw one in here. I told this story recently, but obviously my interaction with Judy and Nick the last time that I went, where Nick literally was like, stay here. And I was like, okay. Be here at this time, okay. And then tackling me, I was like, well, there's something I didn't anticipate. Another story, which if you don't know the story I'm talking about, actually ZNN made like a whole like animatic for it that I uploaded up on my channel, so that was cool. So they have these like statues around the park of I think just like Indians holding like rifles or whatever. Like in the Frontierland area and whatnot. And there was a guy, as they were directing people out of the fireworks show. Actually, this was before the fireworks show, so directing people to the fireworks show, who was standing, holding his flashlight in the exact same pose, standing next to the Indian statue, which was great, hilarious. What won this over was when Sarah and I walked by the same area 45 minutes later, and the guy is still there, hasn't moved, holding his light. I was like, dedication. Holy crap. Loved it.
I have one more that I love, and it's a little more mundane and generic, but at Knott's Berry Farm, they have a Wild West stunt show. And they unapologetically rip on Disney and all other theme parks in the area. Like, they'll rip on Disney, they'll rip on Universal, and they own it. It's great. If you ever get the chance to go to Knott's Berry Farm over in Buena Park, I think it is. So worth seeing. They don't take it seriously at all. It's great.
Laura's got one.
Yeah?
Yeah, we have one. So Steven and I went to Disney World together in 2017. And we were walking around Animal Kingdom. It was probably like late afternoon. So we were like walking around, just like doing our own thing, and we're walking past like they have like all the character meet and greets, and we were walking past, and it looked like Baloo was leaving his like character meet and greet spot and was heading back to the backstage area or whatever. And as he's like walking away, like down the walkway of the path, this kid who like sees him is maybe like 2.5, 3 feet tall little kid, and is like sees Baloo, and he's like so excited. He like holds his arms out like T-pose, holds his arm out for like a hug, so like hoping that Baloo's gonna come up and hug him. And then like Baloo, as he was walking before, he was just like doing his little like
Strut.
he's his little strut, like you can't really see anywhere in those things. He's doing like his little wave that like he does, so like he doesn't see this kid, just kind of like brushes him off with like this little wave, keeps on strutting past, and the kid just drops both of his arms to his side and has like the saddest look on his face.
It was
so funny.
It felt like it was a movie. The kid's arms, his arm drop is what sold me.
because you can just because he
was
held
so
it.
defeated.
He held his arms up for like a second after blue went
blue moth.
Blue walked past him. The kid just got his arms up for a second, and then his arms just flopped to his side in defeat. It was
so good.
You could feel it across time and all countries in the world. You can feel that one.
That's gonna be a story he'll tell on his own podcast someday.
I hope so.
I got one more. So I went to Six Flags with my dad and my sister's friend back when I was like in high school. At the time, my sister, well, I guess she still is 6 years younger than I am, but she was in middle school or whatever. And her and her friend were on this ride where it's Six Flags over Georgia, and the ride it's like one of those chairlift rides with a little parachute as you go on the way down. Well, Rachel, my sister's name, her friend Greer, she threw up on the ride when she was coming down, so she's like the chair's racing to throw up as she's coming down.
Oh.
And I was like, my dad was so miserable because he was trying to help clean them up. And I'm like, yeah, this is why I probably should have stayed home and played Warcraft.
But you'd have missed that experience. We wouldn't have heard that story.
True.
We were all richer for having you witness that.
I have one. I think one of the funniest things I've seen, or imaginative things I've seen at Disneyland was when, I think Jungle Cruise was down for renovations or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But they still had the staff members that normally run Jungle Cruise still on staff, and to pass the time they reenacted the entire ride with stuffed animals from the stores nearby.
That's great.
And it was so good.
It was
so
magnificent.
In the same area, I'll throw this out. If you're ever lucky, because I've heard I haven't seen him do it in a while, but there's a guy at Disneyland, an older guy named Maynard, who
Tiki Room.
Yeah, he works the Tiki Room, and usually the host they'll do a little thing interacting with the birds just before the show gets going. Maynard was like, oh hell no, he literally makes the entire instead of just being please turn off flash photography, hold on to your trash, there'll be bins, you'll exit out this door, he's like, you take your trash washer and throw it in the bin, and poof, it will go away. And, he has this whole thing, and he's consistent with it. Like Matt and I think the first time we saw this went right back into Tiki Room. I was like, I have to see this again.
Oh, yeah.
Did that just happen? He was fantastic. And I did hear recently, my family went and he was doing it again. So, yeah. He's one of those people.
That is a man who loves what he does.
Oh, yeah. I got another one.
Yeah.
Fire away.
Laura and I were at Disney World. It was 2017 as well.
This is a different time. Well,
who needs computers? Not me.
Steven just threw his laptop on the ground.
Oh, no.
And he threw it on the ground.
I have so much fucking money just to throw this stuff out. I don't even care.
Just sweet YouTube money.
He just put he put a picture on his desktop and couldn't figure out how to get rid of it.
That was what it really was. He didn't want me to see his
Don't look,
wallpaper.
Don't look. It's not Dragon Ball Z porn. But we're at Disney World. I was looking at Dragon Ball Z porn. And we were on that Monsters Inc. Not ride, it was a show.
It's like a show. It's like an interactive show.
Yeah.
The Laugh Floor.
Yep.
For those who are not familiar with it, it's they have it's a show. It's like a projection. There's this monster on the screen, but it'll interact with the audience.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those hidden microphone doing that
so
thing.
Turtle Talking with Crush at California.
Yeah, it's exactly. But it's like Monsters Inc. and it's supposed to be they're telling jokes because it's laugh power is more powerful than screen power.
Well, during that show, you get a little camera that's looking at people and it projects it onto the screens because you get the monster host talking to people, and they hit the family in front of us or to the side of us. I can't recall exactly. We were within proximity, and Laura had a Yoda backpack where it looks like the thing where Yoda's holding onto your back. Mm-hmm. And I grabbed the backpack and I started moving its head around where it looked like Yoda was laughing and like reacting to the
Like,
people.
the back left corner of like the screen, so it's just only a little bit visible.
Yeah, so you can see in the corner of the screen, you just have this little Yoda thing like wiggling around, like laughing. And the host guy's like, "Hey, what's going over here? Who's this guy?" And I was like, "Oh, he noticed."
It was pretty good.
Oh man, one thing I enjoy, obviously we've talked about this, is looking back at convention vlogs, and there's been a number of times where we've gone to parks and whatnot, and also when Sarah and I went to Walt Disney World, and yeah, no, I wow, I'm sure there's so many stories we could come up with. I can't wait for the ones that we'll eventually come up with in the future. You know, we're gonna have some good times, and at some point we all need to go to Disneyland or Disney World together.
Yes.
That'd be crazy. We got a super chat here, and I'll throw it out there. BW Rosas, in case anyone has anything to add, is asking thoughts on PlayStation 5 and will you watch Pony Life? Pony Life, I think just about everyone's answered. Yep, we plan on watching it. Yeah. And then we did discuss the thoughts on PS5. I do hope, even though I'm not expecting, the one thing that would win me over with PS5 over anything else is if they did manage to have full backwards compatibility, and I doubt they will. But it doesn't mean I can't hope and wish and whatever.
Oh yeah, they also showed a Gran Turismo 7 there.
Oh, did they now?
Yeah,
Racing. Sounds like they have quite the library ready to go.
Yeah.
So that's good. So we got let's see, that's the super chat. So we have a question here from Britt asking, Race and Sarah, what is your favorite game you've played on Ready Player Dumb, and which one was the most aggravating so far? Let's start with favorite game.
Favorite game. Let's see.
See, this is tough because a lot of these games that we're playing are ones that we're like and excited. Like I was excited to get back into Kingdom Hearts. I was really pleasantly surprised with A Way Out, which has been fully uploaded at this point.
You know what? I think I am gonna vote for A Way Out as my favorite game / playthrough so far.
That we've at least had with uploading and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who won?
Me.
Yeah.
Nice.
Unapologetically.
Yeah, it was pretty rude. I was very upset. I was like, oh my god, I can actually lose this game? I didn't know that.
Yeah, man.
Can we start over? One game I will say, I'll say this, we haven't started uploading yet, but by far the most aggravation I've ever had is with a game that will be coming soon to the channel.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was aggravating.
I'm not gonna say what it is.
I'll just say that it may or may not have to do with Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Laura, random question for you.
Yes.
It was something I wanted to ask earlier, but we kept going, and I didn't want to interrupt anyone. But
It's all good.
you mentioned Baloo, and you can't see anything out of those costumes. I know you do a lot of cosplay. Have you ever done a full body costume like that?
No, I have never done a fursuit. At least not on my own. So the only time I ever did anything akin to that, when I was in high school, I was part of this youth group that would do like some volunteer work at the carnival that our town had every year, and like we had like a Pooh Bear costume, like a Mickey Mouse costume, that kind of thing. So I did fill in for whoever was going to be Pooh Bear one time, and I had to walk around in one of those suits, and they suck. I mean, it's not my thing because it was so hot, and it was like so hard to breathe, and like you have to be so high energy and like interact with everybody. It's like, oh god, I'm not cut out for that.
Oh, cosplayers,
Gotcha.
man. The unsung heroes of conventions.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's bold what some of them do. That I can't imagine what it's like to be on the other side of the suit.
Oh yeah, like people who wear those like all day are incredible. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
Advanced
And like make their own fursuits and everything. Like it's nuts.
It's that line in Spider-Man. Anyone can wear the mask. You can wear the mask. It's like I tried. It was too sweaty. I can't do it.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Dude, I have one of those N95 rated masks, and even then, my face starts sweating. I can't imagine. I don't want to imagine.
Oh,
I did cosplay one time. I was like, no, F this.
What'd you cosplay as?
Sans from Undertale.
Oh, I remember that. That was your only time cosplaying. You did a great job.
Yep. Thank you. My cosplayer friend, one of now many. God, so many girls do cosplay. Anyway, but I have like no guy cosplayer friends whatsoever. But yeah, she helped me out. She's pretty freaking good at it. So definitely not a solo project by any means.
I've actually done quite a bit of cosplaying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do it once a year.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Halloween.
Okay.
What are you talking about? You dress up as a clown all the time.
And cut the stream. Cut the stream.
No.
The love is strong in here.
Let's see here. Cadet sent us a question. We kind of answered this one, but was asking about do y'all have a specific dessert or food that really speaks summer to you? And then added, for some reason, I really crave key lime pie this time of year. So talk with Britt. I see there's comments on this. I wouldn't be surprised if Britt's literally commented on.
Yeah.
Yep. There it is.
This is not an advocacy for her to make a key lime pie. I love that stuff. At the same time, I'm going to say strawberry shortcake. As like a summer dessert.
Does it have to be a dessert, or can it just be a treat that you like to give yourself in summer?
Treat?
Because
Whatever you want.
I do like margaritas specifically in the summer.
Ooh.
But then again, I love margaritas just all the time. Margaritas is the only alcoholic drink, legitimately, that I'm like, this actually tastes kind of good. All the other alcoholic drinks, I'm like, this tastes good, but it would taste better
without
like,
the alcohol.
So much better without the alcohol.
I have to ask, what kind of margarita do you go for? Like the
just
blended
classic.
icy kind, or like the one on the rocks with the salted?
Yeah, with on the rocks, yes.
Good man.
Hero likes to go to Margaritaville.
I have nothing wrong with the blended or like icy kind, but like that, yeah, I'll drink to that.
Literally, all girly drinks taste better than the non-girly drinks. IMO.
Good news, by the way, guys. We have a question from Hugh Janus asking,
Proudmore?
Like,
hey, are you guys excited for season 2 of Beastars? Apparently, the Japanese version is coming in August.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm excited
yes.
about it.
Cool. Why not?
I want to see the rabbit stuff things in his mouth again.
It's weird because I feel strange. I know it's not the whole story, but I feel strangely satisfied with just season 1. I don't feel like it really needed.
Part of me is almost right there with you because I've read the manga. I won't spoil it, but I'll just say the direction that they're going is kind of losing me at the moment. Especially the last chapter. I was like, this was stupid. And I was even, and I was sitting there, so I'm like, I don't take these things lightly. Because I'm like, I like this. At the same time, I won't be like blind to if there's a quality drop, and in the story direction they went. I'm like, what the hell just happened this chapter? I was looking through the comments, and folks, everybody was like, what the fuck just happened? And I was like, okay, it's not just me then. It was just horribly paced.
Yeah, I was about to call you a furry, but I guess there is a change in the story.
Oh, I mean, I still want to fuck him, but like, but as far as I want to hang out with him afterwards, probably not. No, it's weird. I think the first season did a good job of blending like school life and escalating it to like the city and the world and the back alley meat market. There's beets. It's in Doug.
Did you say the beat your meat market? Because that's what I heard.
This one's half off. We got ourselves a flash sale. Flash them. That was good. I hope Jax is laughing at that. But but yeah, season 2, fingers crossed, man. Because I know that there's also things where, like with One Punch Man and other like manga to anime adaptations, you know how to tighten it up. Where it's like, okay, this you can read this versus watching it, and we can tighten it up. Well, I say One Punch Man. One Punch Man season 2 sucked, but One Punch Man season 1 was great. So
I just want to mention that Jaxplay did say Hero loves creme brulee with his booty ass.
And I literally just responded.
Oh, did you?
Creme brulee is so good, but like I die when I eat it because it's all dairy.
Oh.
Wait, are you lactose intolerant? You
It's
are,
so
right?
good. Yeah. It's not like I'm not the worst. Like I'm not gonna actually like throw up if I eat like dairy. It's like I get like a very upset stomach and I feel sick for like the entire evening.
I don't know if this makes me lactose intolerant or not. Like I literally don't know. But like I can have like an entire bowl of like cereal and milk and be fine. But if I have another bowl of cereal and milk, I might die. Like my body's
no
like,
one
you
on
can't
the
have that
planet
much.
should eat 2 bowls of cereal at the same
Yeah,
day.
who
It's
eats 2
stupid.
bowls of cereal?
No.
ever?
So there are different kinds of cereal. So you can
I
have
mean,
like
there
cereal for a meal, and then you can also have a different cereal for dessert.
Cereal for
Because there's
dessert?
yeah, well,
There
there's
was-
like your dessert cereals, like your Reese's Puffs and like
I'm Cookie Crisp, but don't do that because
Part of a
Yeah.
balanced breakfast.
I'm so confused. I've never known this to be even an option.
You know what I have never thought of as an option ever in life. I saw
Exactly.
I saw my friend eat a banana and then he ate another banana. I was like, what monster eats 2 bananas in a row? Who does that?
Oh, banana
2
flavor.
bananas?
I don't know, is that fucking weird to anyone else? It's weird to me.
it's weird.
Right. But at the same time, like, could you imagine eating, like, you're finishing eating at a steakhouse and the waiter's like, can I offer you all dessert? Breakfast dessert? Or the cereal dessert? Like,
We
They call it
have
parfait,
we have
neighbor.
cinnamon toast
Parfait.
crunch and Cheerios.
Cheerios are not a dessert cereal, but like
Honey
Cinnamon
nut
Toast Crunch
Cheerios.
is-
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is totally. I mean, it has the sugar to back it up.
I mean, there was a day in my teens where I went through an entire family-sized box of Rice Krispies.
Jesus.
Matt, are you
With milk.
okay?
No.
How do you go
What
through
do you
all
think I
this?
was?
How do you go
I
through
died
that?
that way.
I poured a bowl.
I
I,
mean, I could do
added
that
milk.
too,
I ate
yeah.
it. I poured another bowl. I added milk. I ate it. I poured
Oh.
another bowl. I added milk.
Oh
I
my
ate
god,
it.
Matt.
Oh my god! How you can drink that much milk?
Thinking
Apparently,
about
I could.
Yeah. Once I hit 2 bowls, my body's like, you're done.
And then the box stopped pouring cereal, and I said, "Uh-oh, what have I done?"
Oh, that means you had a really dusty bowl of cereal too, like on
And
the
I,
bottom.
and I drank that one.
Oh, you drank dusty Rice Krispie milk. Ah.
I wasn't going to waste it.
Ah.
Matt, after the 10th bowl of cereal, you had not wasted that bowl of milk. Trust me, you were all right. Yeah.
Then again, race. one of those
Dusty
times-
ass milk. Oh goodness.
Matt, what? What were you saying? Were you justifying something?
I was about to say it was like that time I went to Lazy Dog with you, and proceeded to have 10 cups of coffee
Yeah.
We,
God.
yeah. Matt and I
over
used
the
to,
course of like 5 hours, 6 hours.
we
but,
used
you know.
to get a booth and they would just rope off our section because they're like, these guys aren't going to leave until we literally close the restaurant.
And even then, they're like mopping the floors. I'm like, you guys are fine. You've already paid. Just, when we're locking the doors, you're leaving.
Yeah.
We got a super chat here from Britt. After all of her attention she's gotten for key lime pie, she says, "Okay, y'all, if you want key lime pies, let me know. I'll deliver at the next convention we attend together. For real, DM me on Twitter. Maybe I'll stop vending art and just vend key lime pies at conventions." Business.
You could do miniature key lime pies.
Oh. No.
And,
Yeah.
and as long as you get past food handling permits, it's good stuff.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Who needs permits when
Do it.
when you
I
have...
mean, food. Well, I mean, like foods.
I mean, you sell them as
Safety
ornaments, not as
certification.
food.
Yeah.
not that bad.
You buy the art, you get a key lime pie as a prize.
Yeah.
I have to recall there's a certain that's happened before where someone's like, you can't sell food here, so instead they like sold them like pencils and like gave them a hospital free or something. I forget.
Yes, we've seen that. I remember there's been multiple times where we've had moments where we had food, and then people are like, no. Do you remember at Fiesta Equestria? Wow, this just hit me out of nowhere. At Fiesta Equestria, there was like a bag of like tacos, like Del Taco tacos or something, and somebody was like, "Hey, I have some tacos," and we're like, "Where did this bag come from?" And nobody knew. And then eventually somebody walked in and went, "Oh yeah, that was there yesterday."
Ew.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, that's not me, like, ragging on Fiesta Equestria. It's just a reminder that sometimes food just stays. Be careful what you put in your mouth.
Yeah.
Cadet Redshirt, I think this is a good way to wrap up the podcast. Cadet's asking, she just sent in a super chat asking, what's your fondest 2019 memory?
2019 existed?
Being able to go outside.
20 what?
Or,
2019
sorry, I said
memory.
2018. 2019. Good night, everybody. Oh, dear. Honestly, it'd be opening my Northern California office.
Nice.
That's good.
It's a step in the direction that I want to go. It's been going well so far. And it hasn't gotten any business this year for very obvious reasons.
No one's breaking the law.
No, they are. There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Courts are not open.
Sounds like you're slacking, Matt.
Me? No, they are. And so are the court. Well, no.
Whenever I get burgled, I'm gonna have to think about you and being like, God, Matt, come on.
I mean, I do represent victims too, Saber, so give me a call. I'm always there for you.
No.
It's only in California, though.
Well, yes. I'm only licensed in California.
So, if you get robbed, make sure you get robbed in California.
Yeah, run across the border. Oh, you can rob me.
See, there's a very distinct difference between robbed and burgled.
Oh, what's the difference? I'd like to learn.
The burglar.
Well, basically, burgling is taking someone's property. Robbery is taking something from someone using force or fear.
Ah. Okay.
So typically, burglary is either commercial or residential. Residential, if it's an occupied dwelling, can also be, at least in California, a strike under our 3 strikes law. But it doesn't require a person to be present. If a person is there, however, it's enhanced. Now, if you take someone's purse off their arm, you've used force to remove that property from that person. That's robbery, not burglary.
Ah.
So Aladdin's not a burglar; he's a thief.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he's also a burglar, but he didn't take property from someone. Therefore, he's not a robber, unless he yanked that loaf of bread from someone's hand.
What if that loaf of what if it caused like trauma for one of the guards chasing after Aladdin and they needed therapy afterwards? Would Aladdin be liable for paying for that therapy in court?
I mean, if you find someone that really wants to make a name for themselves on the Sultan's council, maybe, but probably not.
Do you think Aladdin wore like those pants all the time? Those big old baggy pants?
Yes.
I mean, why not? Why
Does
wouldn't
he look
you?
like a man who owns 2 pairs of pants?
Why would you not wear those, Saber?
His pants are really big though. Do you think he had underwear, or do you think his boys were just bouncing around the entire time?
Oh, the boys are
Dude,
bouncing. The boys are
And those hammer
back in
pants,
town.
honestly.
So whenever he's like running around, he's like, "Start panicking."
Hang on, wait a second. Did
Answer this question.
he yank?
Our fondest memories of 2019.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'll get back to cadets in a
Why
second.
why would Aladdin tighten his pants though? Like just rope it up with some rubber bands.
I need to know. Did he yank that loaf of bread back from a guard at one point?
Well, the guard whispered, "I'm hungry," and Aladdin grabbed it and ran off.
In that case, if he yanked it back from a guard, that's robbery there, because he took the property from the law enforcement official, arguably, using force. Not much force, but enough. And bear in mind, as I say all this, let me make it clear, I'm talking about California law. Every state's law is very different. Federal law is very different. Your mileage may vary. Consult a local attorney in your jurisdiction.
Well, Matt, lest we forget that one guard, the chubby guard, jumped on that guy on the nail bed and like killed him.
Yes, he did.
But he's an officer, so he gets $100 bail and he's good.
Ooh, let's not go there right now.
I'm sorry.
Well, Jack's played.
For your channel, if you want to do a legal analysis of Aladdin, if you want to do a legal analysis of Aladdin, let me know.
So this.
Let's get back to cadets.
We're gonna get back to cadets, but real fast. Jack's played sent in a super chat saying, "So the Hamburglar should be the ham robber." Then, since he does what Matt just said, false advertising. Darn.
Rebel.
Contact me immediately.
When Paley and I were hanging out, we discovered that Ronald McDonald sounds like the nostalgia critic.
Yeah, the 90s, 2000s Ronald McDonald, he sounds like Doug Walker.
Hello, once again.
They're not one and the same.
Be happy, be healthy. No, that's not him, but still, like he sounds like him.
We make it so you don't have to.
Thank you.
All right.
So my
next
fondest
question.
2019 memory
Yeah.
was playing Monster Hunter World with my group of Monster Hunter friends. It's hard to beat that.
Oh.
Mine was watching the finale with Kari and then crying at it.
Aw.
Aw.
What finale?
The MLP finale,
When did that happen?
October
Aw.
last year.
I missed that.
About our first anniversary.
No, that's not it. Our first anniversary was awesome going to Blue Bayou. Remember when Disneyland used to be open?
Yeah.
Good times.
Oh gosh, they showed that on a news article the other day, and just seeing the Magic Kingdom, like the castle, with no one in there.
It's creepy. I also wanted to say that like it was really nice having so many of us together at BronyCon. Like,
Oh my,
Yes.
yes.
like that whole group, that was so much fun. The parties that people hosted and all that, it was just nice. It was just nice. I miss you guys.
Also, Jack, you sneaky son of a gun, I owe you a dinner.
Oh.
Well, Jax doesn't really eat food anymore. He told me he's not a fan of dinners.
Oh, really?
What?
He said I could have them instead.
Oh.
So,
Saber, I owe you a beer, so come on out here.
Make
What, a plane?
Train, automobile, you know.
Not plane.
Not automobile, that is
Walk.
the wrong answer.
Walk your ass out here and I'll buy you a beer.
anyone else with a 2019 memory?
You know, I mean,
Growing
the
up.
actual answer is always conventions. Nothing actually beats those. But I feel like I've said conventions to these kinds of things.
Yeah,
since
yeah, that's true.
2016.
So assuming my answer is a cop out, I will say, like Sarah said, the 1 year anniversary was great. I was wondering, I'm like, were we on our honeymoon? And then I'm like, oh yeah, we already had done the honeymoon. That was in December of 2018, so that didn't count. But yeah, going on the cruise at the end of the year was also pretty great. Cruising's doing pretty good right now these days.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Can't wait to go on another. So, with that, as we mentioned, we're going to be back here next week on Wednesday.
On Wednesday, yes.
So on the 17th, just to kind of get back on track. And who knows? We'll see.
We'll see if we can get Disney trivia working. If not, the Disney Seen It, we'll probably just do like a...
We'll figure something out. If nothing else, we'll be goofing off with everybody again. Again, a big thanks to all of our viewers and, of course, our podcasters joining in. And want a super big shout out to our super chatters.
Missy Jinjal, Fictional Tome, Apple Sours, Britt Malin, Jax Blade, C. 284, Nora Mermaid, JD Nickel, BW Rosas, and Cadet Redshirt.
Yeah, thank you so much for all of your generosity. Again, it always goes towards us being able to better our equipment and all that good stuff. So thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in here tonight on the Semi-Perfect Podcast. We'll be back next Wednesday. Hope you all have a great night and a great rest of your week. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Peace.
I said
She said it really
Okay,
quiet.
okay.
I was wondering.